Hi, welcome back to GLP-1 Central. I'm your host, Nurse Elizabeth, and I am so happy to have you here. I am a registered nurse, and I have lost over 90 pounds on a GLP-1 medication. I am grateful to say I feel really good. I'm in the best shape of my life. So, what do? I give nursing education and I help to coach women and men as needed on the emotional, nutritional, and just general guidance on utilizing a GLP-1. If you're interested in working with me, you can go email me. My email is in the description below, or you can book a discovery call at the website. So let's get into today's video. So today's video, a lot of you wanted to know is how have I been maintaining my weights on a GLP-1 medication? So those of you who saw, I was recently within the past few weeks on an episode of The Downsized. They're also a wonderful channel. You can go check them out. They're at Downsized. And I was very transparent that I am actually a BMI of 26, sometimes 27, but I range between 26 and 27. And I'm pretty much in maintenance. I'm not looking to lose more weight, but I will say that my weight does seem to be pretty much staying within the same 5 to 6 pounds. And I am grateful to say that I am not working crazy hard. And for me, I'm busy. I'm a mom of 3 kids and I work full time. And as you see, I'm here on YouTube and I'm starting this channel and this coaching. So I don't have a lot of time. I don't have a lot of time to exercise. I don't have time to go to the gym. I don't have time to do these things. So I need something easy for me. So how do I stay in maintenance? Well, the first thing I do is I prioritize healthy food over non-healthy food. So what I do is, let's say there's a bunch of chocolate chip cookies around, whatever. Let's say maybe I'm at someone's house. What I will try to do is make sure that the first thing I grab is something that's either a fruit, a vegetable, a protein, something with whole grains before I have that cookie. Now, before I was on a GLP-1 medication, I couldn't do that at all, because if I had one cookie, I was going to have like 5 cookies, maybe more, maybe like 20 cookies. If you, like, those of you who are foodies like me know exactly what I'm talking about. And there was no stop. Like my body didn't register fullness, I think, ever. Even when I was eating things like protein, my body did not feel, I can't even say fullness. I want to say satiety, because I had this conversation with my doctor. He's like, you don't have to be full. I'm like, forget full. I'm never satiated when I'm not on a GLP-1 medication. So what was very important was while I was losing weight, I definitely had more of a focus on the sizes and the portions and the amounts of food I was eating, but I never overly counted calories. I have a paid nutrition tracker on my community, on my website, GLP-1 Central. And it's good because you could also do barcode swipe the food. And if you buy that, you also get free access to the community as well. So it is helpful, like, for example, if you're in a stall, but I had just done so much dieting and so much calorie counting. I'm like, okay, I needed a break. And I stuck to really, at first I was like low carb because I was afraid to eat carbohydrates because I was so insulin resistant. And then I started to really eat carbs, and I could eat a banana, I could eat an apple, I could eat a fruit, I can eat all these things, and I would just eat one of them. I didn't need to eat like 2-3 bananas. I could just eat a banana. But yeah, so when I'm maintaining, I really keep that as my number one focus, to have the healthy thing first before I have the like unhealthy thing, like the chips or the cookie. What I also do is I tap into how I'm feeling. So more recently, I just went down a dose and I noticed I have some food noise. So what will I do? Do I want to stay on this lower dose or do I also want to go up? You know, I can choose. I can discuss it with my healthcare provider and I could decide, do I want to stay at this lower 10 milligram dose or do I want to go back up to 12.5? And it's really nice because you do have that leverage. Obviously, unless you're at the top dose and then you have food noise, then it is harder. But you do want to make sure that you are in touch with your body. If you see you can't get in enough calories, then you might want to talk about not going up, you know, maybe either not going up for titration or, staying where you are. And if you're getting all this food noise and you find that like it's really hard to manage, then then you might want to go back to your higher dose. And that's the great thing about being on a GLP-1 is that the decision is yours. So another thing I do for maintenance is I got a lot of flack for this actually on the interview where they're like, you don't exercise. Okay, to be fair, I do exercise. I would like to incorporate some more strength training, including lifting weights, including burpees. Burpees is like a body weight exercise. I would love to do more of these things, but like I said, it's the stage of life. What I do, I walk around, I follow my toddler everywhere. She keeps me on my toes. I bend. I have toys everywhere all the time. My kids are little and they don't always pick up their stuff. And I have to bend. I have to move. I have to schlep the baby somewhere. I have to, schlep the packages. So I am in that stage of life where I am constantly on the go. And I know that is totally helping my maintenance as well. I am gonna try to do also some ideas of foods I eat in a day. I'm just gonna throw out there, I love quests. I do a lot of quests because on those days you're not that hungry, you want to get in that extra protein. So like it's okay to do a supplemental protein, like a protein shake or a protein cookie. I love the Quest chocolate chip cookies. Some people don't like that stuff, and I love the Core Powers. But I actually, if you want to save money, Walmart has the Equate version of them, and they're really good as far as a dairy protein shake goes. The Equates, and then they have an Aldi brand as well. 30 grams of protein. That's pretty good. I mean, I've seen with more, but you really can't beat that, and only 160 calories depending on which brand you use. So those are really my go-tos. The Quest cookies higher calorie, it's 240 calories, but it's good for me. Like if I don't have a lot of appetite on a specific day and I need to get those calories in and I need something that has a higher protein amount, then I will go for something like a Quest cookie. Okay. One last thing in maintenance is I don't weigh myself as often, which is a nice perk of being in maintenance, is you're not like, okay, did I lose weight? Did I lose weight? And sometimes I feel like taking a little break for myself. I'm not saying for everybody. Some people have to weigh themselves every day. What I find is that when I weigh myself too often, sometimes I'm listening more to the scale than I'm listening to my own body. So that's basically it for maintenance. Now keep in mind, I am so happy to be at this weight. Like I say, this is the weight that I was in the 4th grade. And I'm just like, I used to have to do crazy things. Like when I did intermittent fasting, I would not eat for 3 to 4 days just to maintain my weight. It was crazy. So being on a GLP-1, I don't have to do that. I could just live life like a normal person. So if you are interested in joining us for coaching, free shot tracker, Visit us, glp1central.com. Email me, glp1central at sorry about that, glp1central at gmail.com is my email. glp1central.com is our website. Lots of articles, a lot of free information there as well on GLP-1 medications. And I look forward to